Welcome! Today, we're diving into a piece of technology that is set to completely change the game in neurology research. So imagine for a second that you could replace a whole trip to a specialized memory clinic with just a simple link on your computer. We're going to break down how this massive shift from the clinic to your home could totally shake up how we approach cognitive health. It all kicks off with this really bold statement from our source material. The paper-based cognitive test is a relic. Now, that isn't just a small claim, right? It's a direct challenge to the gold standard methods that have pretty much run the field for decades. It really sets the stage for a radical new way of thinking. And that bold statement leads us to the big question, the one that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction. Can a simple web link really replace an entire memory clinic? We're going to dig into that very real possibility today, because honestly, the stakes for millions of people and for the future of dementia research could not be higher. So you might be asking, why do we even need such a dramatic change? Well, it's because we're up against a global dementia crisis, and our current methods for research and diagnosis are creating this huge, unsustainable bottleneck. Things just aren't moving fast enough. You see, traditional cognitive testing is completely tied to physical locations. You have to be there. It requires highly trained neuropsychologists and special centers, which are, you guessed it, rare and expensive. This site-centric model is the single biggest roadblock slowing down clinical trials and our hunt for new treatments. But what if you could break free from that physical chain? Well, that's where OCTAL comes in, the Oxford Cognitive Testing Portal. This platform is the potential game changer at the very heart of our story today. So what exactly is OCTAL? Think of it this way. It's a remote browser-based platform, which means anyone with an internet connection can get to it. It's built to give you comprehensive scores across all the key cognitive areas. We're talking memory, attention, executive function, the whole shebang, all without a single trip to a clinic. The really cool thing about OCTL is how its features just knock down all the old barriers. Because it's remote, it shatters that site-centric model. It's device agnostic, so it works on different computers and tablets. It's been validated across cultures, which is huge for global research. And its open modular design means it can actually grow and evolve as the science does, unlike those static proprietary tools. You know, a great idea is one thing, but does it actually work? Okay, let's look at the hard data. The numbers that prove this digital breakthrough is the real deal. The first number you need to know is 0.97. That's its area under the curve, or AUC, basically a report card for diagnostic accuracy. And get this, in just a 20-minute test, the OCTAL platform was better at spotting Alzheimer's disease than the standard paper tests. It's not just as good, it's actually superior. And it gets even more impressive. How about speed? A super-fast 5-minute screening test on OCTL scored a .92. What that means is it does the same job as the much longer, old-school paper tests. For large-scale initial screening, that is a massive leap forward. Now, for any long-term research, consistency is everything. This number, an intra-class correlation coefficient of 0.79 or higher, shows rock-solid reliability. It proves that the data you get from OCTAL is stable and trustworthy over time. That is absolutely critical when you're trying to track something like neurodegeneration. So let's put it all together, a real head-to-head comparison. In one corner, you've got the old way, stuck in one place, expensive, limited. And in the other corner, you have OCTAL, better accuracy, globally scalable, cross-culturally validated, and it's built to evolve. The difference is just stark. It's a total digital upgrade. This quote from the source material really nails the core idea. Going decentralized isn't just about making things easier for patients. It's about giving researchers better, more detailed data at a scale that was just unimaginable before. It's a fundamental upgrade for the science itself. Okay, so the tech works, it's validated, but what does this mean strategically? What are the real actionable takeaways for leaders in the life sciences? This is the so what moment. This tech gives us a whole new blueprint for neurology trials. First, you can democratize the whole screening process. By cutting that geographic tie, you can reach way more diverse patient groups. Second, you can build these massive, truly global research cohorts because the tools work across languages and cultures. And third, it's a huge push for the field to adopt open, evolving platforms instead of getting stuck with these proprietary static black boxes. And this all leads to a final, really powerful takeaway. This isn't just about the technology, it's about changing the whole philosophy. The ultimate goal is to move neurology trials from being site-centric to being truly patient-centric. And validating digital tools like OCTAL is the only way we're going to get there. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. With all this evidence, with this validated leap in technology, it's worth asking yourself, is your clinical strategy still stuck in the past? Because the future of cognitive assessment clearly isn't. Thanks for joining us.